Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Ako ang inyong KaBisig, Joe Salik.
Hatid namin ay mga totoong kwento mula sa bangsa at pampagod vibes. Ito ang inyong KaBisig, Rin.
Kaya't sama-sama tayong matuto, matuwa at maging kabahagi sa nais nating pagbabago. Ako si Mipi, ang inyong KaBisig.
Boses ng kabataan para sa bansa. Kapit Bisig. Makasama natin ang ating mga university and provincial correspondents mula pa sa iba't ibang parte ng Bangsamoro Region. Atin silang kilalanin.
I am Loine Sumalinog, your UP correspondent from the University of Southern Mindanao. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Yazid Ismael, UP correspondent from Western Mindanao State University. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bayan.
Abdul Rauf Lumabaw, UP correspondent from Cotabato City State Polytechnic College. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Suwaidi A. Ibrahim, UP correspondent mula sa Mindanao State University, Maguindanao. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Ana Osamad, UP correspondent from Basilan State University. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Ako si Nurbani Benjamin C. Macaraya, UP correspondent mula sa Mindanao State University, Marawi Campus. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Ating kakapanayamin ang ating mga university and provincial correspondents sa kanilang mga updates mamaya-maya.
Ang programang Kapit Bisig ay naglalayong mabigyang boses ang mga kabisig nating Bangsamoro, lalong-lalo na ang mga kabataan na makilahok sa paghahatid ng makabago, mahuhusay at napapanahong impormasyon na maaaring maging daan sa pagkakaroon ng solusyon sa mga krisis na ating kinakaharap sa ngayon.
Naglalayon din itong bigyang pansin ang mga isyong hindi gaanong napag-uusapan at sisikapin nating mabigyan ng kaukulang pansin ng pamahalaan. Ang Kapit Bisig ay hatid sa inyo ng USAID, the Asia Foundation at ng the Moropreneur Incorporated.
Magandang hapon mga Kapit Bisig.
Yes, kumusta po kayong lahat? Sana okay tayong lahat, ano?
Sana.
Yes. Before we start our program and talks today, we would like to thank everyone, lahat ng mga kabisig natin na nanood sa atin last week sa ating launching ng Kapit Bisig Season 2.
Naman. At yan, at bago tayo mag-start, may bagong mukha sa harapan ng camera ngayon. Kasama natin dito sa studio ang bago nating kabisig na si Junji Baras. Welcome, Junji. We're very happy to have you.
How was it, Junji, to be part of this Kapit Bisig Season 2 as a host?
Yan. First time ko kasi ngayon talaga mag-hosting. Yan. Kinakabahan, medyo kabado.
Baka mag-collapse to.
Abangan nyo, baka mag-collapse ako. Pero excited ako. Gawin natin masaya itong episode.
Yes. Inshallah. Let's make this fun.
We are also excited na.
Nagtataka siguro sila kasi wala si Rin ngayon.
Yeah.
O ano? Si Rin ngayon ay nasa kabilang bayan. Oo, medyo busy yung career nung kasama natin, kapisig natin na si Rin. Pero nanonood siya ngayon. Ngayong hapon na to, kasama pa rin natin siya. Yeah, and happy watching, guys. And yes, before we start, narito yung mga good news. No? I think good news to eh. Yung good news na ito sa this week, no? At yung mga previous week. Ayan. So, okay. Usapang COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah.
Kasi ito, madami na to online eh. Nagsisilabasan na rin. But bago tayo mag-proceed dyan, itong pinaka-good news sabi ni Health Secretary Francisco Duque III, dun sa interview niya with ABS-CBN, sabi niya, ang Pilipinas daw ay COVID-19 vaccination by March 2021.
Yes, and actually the US or UK rather has granted an emergency authorization for the COVID-19 vaccine made by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Or Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Yan. The first doses will be available by next week in the UK for vulnerable groups over the age of 16.
So, available na yung vaccine doon. And itong vaccine nga to, yung pinakauna-unang vaccine sa buong mundo na natapos yung 3 phases ng clinical trial na tinatawag at nakatanggap ng approval from the government.
Yes. And of course, Britain is the first Western nation to approve COVID-19 vaccine. And China and Russia have green-filed other candidate but without large scale of testing. But inshallah,
Right.
everything will be fine.
You were caught. Nakita ko yung pagbabay mo kanina, yung kabisig natin dito sa studio.
Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, and Pfizer is also seeking US authorization for its vaccine
And the FDA will begin its review on December 10.
Which is ilang araw na lang yan.
Yeah.
Today is
3 days.
December 7 ba?
Yeah.
December 7.
December
yes.
7, so 3 more days.
Tatlong araw na lang, malalaman
Tatlong
na
araw
natin if
na
it's
lang,
approved
yeah.
or not. And I think meron din, aside from the Pfizer, merong mga, I think more than 10 iba't ibang vaccines ngayon under the clinical trial pa. I'm not just sure kung anong step na sila, pero let's just hope, inshallah.
Yeah, we just
You'll
hope
be
for
fine.
the best. Yes.
Mhm.
Tomorrow will be holiday nga pala.
Oh, ano meron bukas?
It's a Immaculate Conception Fiesta.
Wow,
ng
may
mga
fiesta. Diyos ko. Oh,
yes.
baka naman, mga
Oh.
friends. No?
Kami gusto maghintay.
Baka naman. Oo
Yes.
nga naman.
And yung mga products natin from our community partners,
Yes,
baka naman,
before
baka
we
rin
start.
naman, pwede
Baka
natin
pwede
ipakita.
natin i-flash to, no?
Oo.
Ito,
Ayan.
pamay na lang.
Pamay na lang.
Hindi tayo online selling.
Hindi natin ay sorry. Natadala kasi ako. Ano ba yan? Oo. So ito yung mga iba't ibang produkto mula sa ating mga community partners from different parts of Bangsamoro region. Tulad dito, meron tayo ditong virgin coconut oil. So this one, I think is from Parang. Also, we also have communities na gumagawa ng virgin coconut oil. Somewhere in Datuudin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao. So ito siya. And then, ano pa meron tayo
That's
dito,
from
Junji?
JSKP.
Oh, JSKP.
Yeah.
And dito naman, native coffee from South UP.
Ang sarap.
Napakasarap,
Yes.
napakabango at presko galing pa dun sa UP.
Wow.
No? So lahat,
Masarap yan.
Masarap.
And speaking of UP, bago lang sila pumasok dun, I think it's an award sa Paris ata yun, yung North Star something coffee nila. We can check that online and share that to them. Kasi diba that's something at least slowly na-acknowledge na rin yung mga ganitong produkto na meron tayo dito sa Maguindanao. And then po meron dito, hindi po to siya juice ha, baka kala nila.
Baka lemon.
This
Lemonade
is-
ba yan?
No, it's a dishwashing liquid.
Dishwashing.
At may flavor pa, lemon. Mula naman ito sa Shine, Bangsamoro.
Shine,
Isa
yes.
cooperative naman. Dito ata sila sa Sultan Kudarat Municipality. Mga kasama natin dyan, sila Ate Amina.
Congratulations sa mga kababayan natin sa South UP. And speaking of South UP, meron pa tayo dito bag.
Wow,
Ayan.
that is produced by South UP Monoms Organization. So these are
Yeah.
group of women weavers sa South UP. Di ba nakakagulat? Kasi akala natin wala tayong mga weavers dun sa taas sa South UP. Pero merong grupo na gumagawa ng mga ito. And these craft are not just a product, but it's a representation of their culture.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So,
Very
yun.
qualidad talaga yung
I actually
mga
bought
gawa
one.
nila.
And meron ka na di. Parang
Yeah,
last
I also
na
have.
sa office.
Yeah. This is very cheap ha. Napakamura lang talaga
Nung
ng
presyo
price.
niya.
Oo.
If you're going to buy that sa mall, sobrang taas na nung
Yes.
price
The
niya.
price
Saan ba
is-
nila pwedeng mabay yan, by
Of
the way?
course, we can check out their pages, their social media accounts. Online pa diyan. Both Instagram and Facebook. Ayan.
Wow.
Marami pa tayong mga produkto galing sa ating mga community partners.
I-check nyo lang po yung Facebook page po ng Online Padyan. It's a collective of different products, no? Mapapagkain man yan, mapagamit man yan, produced, no? From our Bangsamoro communities. mga
Nasa
partners
screen
po
natin yan, guys. You can check out.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Hindi ko makita.
Yun.
Ayan. Online Padyan.
Online Padyan.
Ayan, bilang napapag-usapan natin dito yung information at ito rin yung isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon tayo ng Kapit Bisig program para makapag-provide ng timely at saka accurate na information sa mga kabisig natin nanonood ngayon. We're presenting the COVID update today. Yes. This is the numbers naman update worldwide, and all of the numbers here are gathered from Department of Health as well as the World Health Organization. Currently, ang coronavirus cases natin sa buong mundo ay nasa 67,369,303 na kaso with a recovery number of 46,568,259, and that's as of December 7 of 2020.
Sa Pilipinas, meron tayong 439,834 na total cases of COVID as of December 6 kahapon po yan. Kasama na po yung naidagdag na 1,768 na confirmed cases kahapon po. So our active cases is nasa 22,646 and ang ating total recoveries ay umabot na sa 408,634. Kabilang na yung kahapon na 9,062.
Alright, and sa total individuals tested naman po, meron na tayong 5,500,094,714. Yun po yung na-test na. Yan. And Yung mga na-test naman po na nagpositibo is umabot na ng 400,095 and 225.
It's 495,000.
Yes. And the last dito is yung confirmed cases naman po natin. Nasa 436,345. Yan.
Yes, and that's as of December 4, 2020. Ito yung mga
Yes.
na-test na to. And the infographic here that we're showing is from the official Facebook page of Vice President Leni Robredo, while the numbers are sourced out from the Department of Health. At dito naman sa Bangsamoro region, ang total case po natin ay nasa 2,650. At meron tayong active case kasalukuyan na nasa 184 with a recovery number of 2,398 as of December 6 of 2020.
Sock Sergeant naman, we have 4,581, kabilang na yung naidagdag na 26 kahapon po yan, December 6, and our covered number is 4,000.
Yan. And COVID update naman dito sa Cotabato City. Total cases natin dito is 1,008 yung total cases. And the active cases is 130. Recovered is nasa 852. And yung mga namatay naman po dahil sa nasabing kaso ng COVID is nasa 26 po.
Yes, again, the fatality rate is mababa, but this COVID-19 is highly infectious. At para mas maging aware tayo, of course, we have a video here from Department of Health. Please watch the video.
Para labanan ang banta ng COVID-19 sa ating bansa, mahalaga ang kooperasyon ng bawat isa. Ang pananatili sa loob ng bahay ay isa sa pinakasimple pero pinaka-epektibong paraan para hindi kumalat ang virus. Kunwari, ikaw ang tuldok na ito. Malusog ka at malakas. Lumabas ka ng bahay. Ang hindi mo alam, may nakasalamuha ka ng may COVID-19. Tandaan, mahirap malaman kung sino ang may virus, pero madali itong maipasa sa iba. Pwedeng naipasa na pala niya ang virus sa iyo nung umubo siya o bumahin. O baka naman ay nahawa na dahil humawa kayo sa parehong bagay na kontaminado. Ngayon ay mayroon ka na rin COVID-19. Isa ka ng carrier na makakahawa sa iba. Dahil maaaring ilang araw pa bago lumitaw ang sintomas na ubo, sipon, hirap sa paghinga at lagnat. Pwede ring wala kang nararamdamang sintomas, ngunit nakakahawa ka pa rin. Pag-uwi mo sa bahay, maaari mong mahawahan ang iyong pamilya. Kasama na rito ang lolo at lola mo o ang mga magulang mo na may edad. Sila ang may pinakamahina na depensa laban sa virus. Ang mga may sakit sa puso, diabetes, high blood, at iba pang pre-existing conditions, at mga buntis, mahina ang panlaban sa COVID-19. Kapag na-infect ang taong mahina ang immune system, posibleng magkaroon siya ng malalang karamdaman at kailanganing dalhin sa ospital. Sa patuloy na paglabas ng bahay at pagpunta sa pampublikong lugar, tinatayang maaari kang makahawa ng 3 pang tao at sila makakahawa ng mas marami pang iba. 20% ng mga nahawa ay maaaring maospital at dadami ng dadami ito habang mas kumakalat pa ang virus. Bukod sa dumaraming COVID-19 patients, marami pang ibang may sakit ang nasa mga pagamutan. Ang mga pasyenteng malubhang-malubha na ang karamdaman, hindi na maaasikaso. Wala ring lugar para sa mga pasyenteng may ibang karamdaman. Kaya nating iwasan ang patuloy na pagkalat ng COVID-19 kung iisipin natin ang kapakanan ng iba. Kailangan natin isipin at kumilos na parang bitbit na natin ang virus para hindi ito kumalat pa sa iba. Sundin ang social distancing. At hanggat maaari, manatili sa loob ng bahay. Kung talagang kinakailangang lumabas, panatilihin ang 1 metrong layo sa ibang tao. Maging malinis din sa katawan at sa kapaligiran. Parating maghugas ng kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig. At i-disinfect ang mga bagay na madalas hinahawakan. Ang mahalaga, mapabagal natin ang pagkalat ng COVID-19. Para mas kakaunti ang mga kailangan magpa-ospital at mabawasan ang mga Pilipinong magkakasakit. Magiging epektibo lamang ito kung mananatili tayo sa bahay. Sundin ang social distancing. Isang maliit na sakripisyo para sa buhay ng kapwa nating Pilipino. Tulong-tulong tayo. Let's beat COVID-19.
There you have it, a video from Department of Health. Hindi po tayo magsasawang paulit-ulit na ipa-play itong video na to kada Lunes po para patuloy na ipaalala sa ating mga kabisig the new form of bayanihan. Ayan, kabisig na Junji, ano bang dapat gawin at dapat tandaan ng mga kabisig natin? Ayan, dahil nakasara yung microphone ng kabisig natin na si Junji, babalik tayo bukas. Okay. Okay na.
Yun, no? Sorry, hindi ko na malayan yung mic ko, naka-off pala. So yun nga, napakasimple lang naman ng mga kailangan natin gawin. Siyempre, bakit nga ba kailangan natin gawin ito? Kasi para din sa atin, no? Napakahirap ng kalaban natin is hindi natin nakikita, hindi natin alam, dala-dala na pala natin. So kaya dapat, tuwing lalabas tayo is, magsuot ng face mask sa lahat ng oras na nasa labas ka. And also ang face shield at yung pagsunod natin sa social distancing.
Yes.
Yun nga, at dapat pagdating natin sa bahay, syempre, meron tayong mga kasamahan sa bahay, yung pamilya natin. So, dapat mag-disinfect, maghugas ng kamay, or kung maaari, maligo tayo ulit.
Ayan, ito yung pinakamahalaga kabisig na MIPI.
Of course, yung bayanihan.
Yung bayanihan.
Talaga ba? Ayan, of course, yung sinasabi na paulit-ulit hashtag stay at home.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything na super duper important na kailangan mong gawin outside, then just stay at home. At malaking tulong po yun. Yun actually yung pinakamalaking tulong. Aside sa paghugas ng kamay, mga ganun, and everything like that. And again, ang COVID-19 is a fight for everyone. Lahat tayo, ano man yung kuha natin sa buhay, bakaran sa buhay, babae man, lalaki, mahirap. Right? Puti kibaboy. Ganun. Diba? It's a fight for everyone. And this is a new form of bayanihan. We need to fight together on this para mag-beat natin ng COVID-19. Ang haba, no? Ayan, mga kabisig, gusto nyo bang maging isang digital peace advocate? Gusto mo yon?
Gusto ko yun.
Gusto mo yun? Yes! Ayan, feel ko gusto ko din yon. Maging volunteer at tumulong sa pagpapakalat ng kapayapaan sa Mindanao gamit ang social media. Sumali lang po sa mga advocacy campaign team sa ilalim ng Mindanao Network ng Project Peace Connect. At dahil dyan, kilalanin natin ang mga iba nating volunteers sa video na ito.
My name is Fredus R. Manila from Adutulata. Adutulata is one of the online campaign from General Santos City, and our campaign is based in Sultan Kudarat. Adutulata is a Maguindanaon phrase which means let's converse. Our campaign aims to promote harmonious relationship among tribe people by telling each other story that yield deep understanding of one another to embrace cultural diversity towards peaceful Sultan Kudarat. And the commitment of our team in peace building in Mindanao in the new normal, Adutulata will continue spreading positive messages, inspiring stories, and showing the beauty of diversity. And most especially, Adutulata will be an instrument in transforming the hearts and minds of every Filipinos effectively towards peaceful Mindanaoan. Adutulata sa kalilingtan.
I am Siti Raham Farouk. I am hashtag Pinay page moderator from General Santos City chapter. I am hashtag Pinay is an online campaign that promotes hijab awareness, understanding, acceptance, and empowerment, counteracting misconceptions and discrimination. Amidst these trying times, I, together with the team of I am hashtag Pinay, commit to continue improving our purpose, fostering awareness, understanding, and empowerment, and eradicating prejudices with the use of hijab. We will continue to spread positivity and peace within our community.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Norbin M. Tampal, your Mindanao Digital Peace Advocate. I came from Kitayo online social media campaign, General Santos City Chapter. Kitayo advocates cleanliness and orderliness in our communities, with great emphasis on conservation of our natural resources and proper disposal of garbage and waste. As we are experiencing the pandemic and embracing the new normal, our team also insists to promote peace and development in the land of Mindanao through using of online platforms. Because we believe that if we are all in this together, we can win against COVID-19.
Assalamualaikum, I am Buhari Abusama, a child advocate of Project Bata 143 from General Santos City. Project Bata 143 is an online campaign based especially on Facebook. It promotes child's rights and empowers the youth to take lead in the society. In these trying times of pandemic, Project Bata 143 is committed to continue working its founding purpose, which is to spread awareness on violence and abuse against our children. We will continue to advocate for a community with healthy and happy children, and we will seek for collaborations from other people and organizations who have the same aspirations as we do. Kaya, Kamindanao, join me and together let us save our children.
Yan. So, Kamindanao aims to spread positive narrative of peace by Mindanaoans and for Mindanaoans. May chapter po ito sa Sambasulta or Zamboanga, Basilan, Sulo at Tawi-Tawi. Pagadian, meron din po Iligan, Cagayan de Oro, Jensan at dito sa Cotabato City.
Yes, at para sa mga interesado, pwede pong i-message ang mga Facebook pages na binanggit sa video blogs. Pwede nyo rin pong bisitahin ang Facebook page ng Ka-Mindanao at facebook.com/Ka-Mindanao1. Yan, para sa mga karagdagang impormasyon.
Yes, tama.
Yes. So ano nga bang meron ngayong hapon na to, Junji?
Yes,
Okay,
naman.
so ngayong Lunes, para sa episode 2 natin, pag-uusapan lang naman natin ang education in the new normal.
Yes, we also had a similar episode during the Kapit Bisig Season 1, but today we're gonna be hearing updates from our university and provincial correspondents, or we call them UP correspondents for the very first time na magbibigay sila sa atin ng update. And today we're gonna be talking more on the status since nagbalikan na nga back to school na nga yung mga kabisig nating nag-aaral.
Yes, but before that, sa mga kabisig natin na nanonood ngayong araw, hi, hello, assalamualaikum po sa inyong lahat. Pwede po kayong sumali sa ating usapin ngayong hapon na to through your comments, through giving your insights sa ating comment box section. Ano ba yung mga nami-miss nyo sa mga classes, yung mga face-to-face classes nyo?
Ako madami.
Madami, no? So, at the same time, nakausap din po natin ang isa sa kilalang creator I would say influencer and creator sa YouTube. Yeah.
Talaga ba? Tama.
Who is an advocate of creating educational content online. So, para sa interview na yan, panoorin po natin ang video na ito.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Mapya malulum sa kanulangan. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat mga kabisig. And for our second episode, ngayong araw, we're gonna be talking about education in the context of COVID-19 pandemic. We're gonna be hearing stories of resiliency, challenges, and best practices mula sa ating mga students, parents, and of course, mga teachers. And para sa conversation natin mas maging flavorful and meaningful, we're gonna be hearing fresh ideas from someone na kilalang-kilala na talaga, in the online community. But before that, i-introduce ko na muna siya sa inyo. She is a psychology graduate from Isaiah College Foundation Incorporated, magna cum laude, wow. A registered psychometrician and an online educator. She also stopped the civil service exam in 2013 and started making content on YouTube para makatulong na maipasa yung mga entrance exams katulad ng UPCAT or yung entrance exam nga sa UP. With a massive following online, wow, 1.18 million YouTube subscribers. She's also part of the YouTube Creators for Change in 2019. Please help me welcome Coach Lyqa Maravilla. Hi Coach, magandang hapon.
Hi Joe, and magandang hapon din sa lahat na nanonood ngayon. I'm so honored to be here with you.
Yes, and maraming salamat for giving us your time, Coach. We know na sobrang busy mo din with a lot of things din na ginagawa mo. Maraming salamat for giving this opportunity. Okay. Yes, to start with, we wanted to hear kamusta ka na, Coach. Kamusta? It's been a while.
Right now, bagong ligo.
Wow.
We just came off of a live stream session this morning. It's something new that we're working on with Knowledge Channel and Kumu. So right now, Tuesdays and Thursdays regular schedule siya, 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Of course, busy with content creation, but as always, my heart is happy.
Wow. Medyo hindi nga madami, no, yung ginagawa natin. And yeah, since you mentioned about kanina creating content online, we're gonna be basically talking about that. Okay, to start with, Coach, palagi ko rin to naririnig, no, in the last time that I spoke with you, you've shared about your advocacy on education. We're gonna start knowing that, no. Tell us something about that advocacy that you have sa education. Paano ba to siya nagsimula? Was it from a personal experience of yours or like a general observation on the current situation that we have here in the Philippines?
I think it's a mixture of both. I did not come from a privileged background. We always say the story that first generation coming out of the slums because my mom's family lived in Tondo, Manila. So hindi pa siya Tondo kasi ngayon social na siya Tondo, Manila. No? Pero ngayon dati it was Tondo, Manila. And we were the first generation who didn't have to, travel and pay for rent. Pero very simple yung livelihood namin. And in many ways, I know that what I know now, I owe to a lot of the institutions that helped build me. Kasama na dyan yung fact na nakapasa kami ng entrance exam to Quezon City Science High School. And then, of course, I was able to have a taste of life din sa UP kahit paano. And nakita ko yung opening ng doors if you are someone na may access sa quality education. I owe a lot of what I know sa mga teachers ko, and I just hope na more people can be taught by these teachers na meron ako noon. And when I saw then the need for people preparing for exams na magkaroon ng access to, refreshers sa mga subjects na nakalimutan na nila like, math, fractions, word problems and stuff, that was when we saw the need for that.
Yes.
I saw the need for that kasi nakita ko sila. So I started creating content then. Again, this was 2015, designed for a small group of people online. I didn't know how nangyari ito. I think kasi Joe, medyo matagal na tayo magkakilala, no? Kahit ako, hindi ko naman in-expect na magwa 1 million by this year. Okay. But I guess it's a good push that there is a need for online education right now at the time of the pandemic. So that gave us that push that we needed to cross that 1 million mark.
And that is really a sign, no, to tell us that yung ginagawa natin online is kahit paano nag-create ng impact, Tama nga yun, Coach. And yung you mentioned about the quality education at isa pa rin yan sa pinakamalaking challenge dito sa amin sa Bangsamoro region. And dumagdag pa tong COVID-19 pandemic. And yeah, luckily may mga content creators na katulad nyo na nagpo-provide mga free services, to make education more accessible sa lalo na sa mga kabataan. Coach, may nakita ko na parang a collaboration between you and I think the DepEd, if I'm not mistaken. Ano ba yun?
Solar Learning actually was the one who approached us to partner with us and borrow yung content that I made for YouTube. So right now, I think they're playing it sa DepEd ALS on TV sa selected na channels all over the country. I'm also in partnership with Knowledge Channel and of course other DepEd regional na areas. Ang role ko lang honestly is to help them kapag may mga webinars. So I also help train teachers. And I also give out yung content for free. So, kung whatever that they find meaningful or it fits yung curriculum or yung modular learning ng mga bata, they can borrow it from yung content that I have online.
Yeah, I see. That's good to hear. Coach, ngayong may pandemic, no? Just wanted to know, kamusta ba yung setup ng education dyan sa inyo sa Luzon, for example? May mga observation ba? How the school adjusting? Ganon.
I think all over the country naman maraming changes talaga na nangyayari. I remember saying this nung simula pa lang na in-announce yung opening ng classes that the fact na hindi marami masyado yung nag-enroll this year, at least more than normal, yung attrition medyo mas mababa, is just the beginning, sabi ko. Kasi, of course, habang tumatakbo yung school year, mas marami pa yung mag-fall away kasi nga magiging challenge yung adjustment pagdating dun sa blended at modular learning. So right now, I think kasi we're in the middle of it, we're seeing the numbers fall a little bit na may mga bata talaga who are pulling out of school kasi talagang hindi talaga kaya. But I think that we have to really do our best to plug the holes to make sure na may available content for people who are still in school and even for the ones na umalis na sa school para they can still learn at home kahit na sabihin natin hindi na graded.
Okay. Wow, that's good to hear, Coach. Yung next question ko, it's a bit off. I don't know if you're the right person to ask to, but I just wanted to hear your opinion on this. How do you see the government's effort ngayong may COVID-19 pandemic? In general, decision making in terms of education, like reopening of schools or maybe the adjustment on the new modalities, ganon. Just wanted to hear your opinion on it.
Ang hirap magsalita na without failing certain people. And this is me just being totally honest. And again, this is just my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess in many ways, there's so much room to grow. Ang question lang talaga, and I guess coming then from my background as a content creator, mas simple kasi yung bagay, na ano lang kapag may mga biglaang problema like COVID-19 crisis, mas simple sa atin minsan na mag-adapt or mag-pivot or mag-create ng change if you're a smaller organization.
Yes.
Katulad ako, kunyari, may need change ng schedule, I can make that decision right now and implement it and try it out. Kapag hindi nag-work, I can go back to the dating schedule. It's harder to move if you're a bigger organization. So I guess ang challenge lang here would be how do we test out new solutions to all of these new problems without offending those who love the traditional way of doing things. Kasi nagbabago yung panahon eh. Kung hindi tayo mabilis magbago with it, marami talagang maiiwan. So I'm hoping talaga na, again, we stay true to the idea that education has always been a collaborative effort. So akong private individual, kayo who are in non-government organizations, the government itself, and of course, lahat ng mga stakeholders, mga private individuals, lahat tayo dapat magtulungan. So open feedback is necessary. It may not be like in the language or the form that we want, but we have to keep listening to each other, keep the lines of communication open, and be open to suggestions na galing sa iba. This is how we can survive itong storm. At always, lagi, para naman sa mga bata.
True. I love that statement na sinabi mo, Coach, no, na education should always be collaborative. And, you know, itong nangyari nga sa atin, wala naman ginusto to, no? Hindi naman natin to ginusto lahat. Is pandemic. And, yeah, we had too much of resiliency ngayong taon na to, Coach Lyqa. But thank you so much for being honest. Okay. As an online personality, medyo cringe, pero yeah, you are an online personality. As an online personality, how do you use your influence? Not dun sa mga online community na nagpa-follow sa'yo, but to your fellow influencers online to also join you with the advocacy that you're doing.
You know, I'm so grateful, Joe, na if there's one takeaway na makukuha ko from all of this, it's that people are starting to see the need for online educational content. And more than that, people are starting to see that it can be effective. Again, can hindi naman always, kasi meron talagang people who are unable to adjust or talagang hindi talaga, walang access eh, so anong gagawin mo? So now that I'm seeing this, and now that kahit papaano, sabihin natin, yung Team Lyqa has gained some semblance of success, people are starting to come out of the woodwork, wanting to claim their own space in social media. So ang goal ko talaga has always been that na more teachers, educators, and even professionals in different fields will be inspired to create their own content, share their own story, so that they can also teach online. And I'm excited for it, honestly. The best I could do would be to provide support. So one of the things that I did since start pa lang ng pandemic was I created the playlist You Learn to Teach. Basically, yung mga secrets na kung paano ko ginagawa yung mga videos, how to create the PowerPoint, how to shoot using just one phone. Kasi alam ko, challenge yung tech sa iba, yung walang gamit. All of those, I put it up on YouTube. So hopefully, we can raise a new batch of online edu creators in the Philippines.
Wow.
So I'm here for support. We also have a group on Facebook that you can join if you want some other tips. We're planning to hold more webinars para lang dun sa mga best practices. So ako and a bunch of other creators who are doing it right now are trying to band together to fill the need.
Wow, you're doing so much good things actually, Coach Lyqa, and I think very helpful. Pero I just wanted to ask then, Coach, is there any organization from the government that, you know, collaborated with you to provide trainings, hindi lang sa mga students but also to the teachers? Kasi alam natin na madami talagang teachers ngayon, lalo na yung mga not in the generation na ng technology who are struggling using itong mga medium na meron tayo sa ngayon. May mga ganun na ba?
I think sa regional na offices may mga ganun. Like I was invited to a few na rin na mga webinar setups. Usually yung local government ang nagfa-facilitate or yung DepEd arm in that region. Pero nothing pa on the national scale. Pero that's okay. Again, the thing naman with having all the content nga doon sa playlist and me having content available on demand is that kahit na hindi siya nanggaling sa taas, like hindi mismong DepEd or siya lang nag-partner sa akin, the teachers individually can turn to the content. So nakikita ko kahit paano sa comments na when they find it helpful. Ang nangyayari nga minsan, they recommend it to their supervisors and that's how we hook up so we can do it on scale. So wala pang direct arrangement pero that's okay. We can build things from the ground up naman kasi that has always been yung pattern sa Team Lyqa kahit noon.
Wow. That was good. Coach, now we're going to a more personal Q&A portion. Yeah. So, okay, to start with, of course, given that you have a massive following, as well as meron din mga few na hindi gaanong supportive or judging you to what you're doing, and I think I came across one of your posts sa social media mo on someone who was mocking you, sabi inaagawan mo ng trabaho yung mga teachers or whatsoever. Yeah, tell us something about it.
Yun nga, di ba? Parang, di ba there's this saying na you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs, breaking some eggs. And I understand that. I guess whenever you set out to do something good, you can't expect that the world will understand you or your intent, lalo na if they don't know you. I guess one of the struggles is that, and all of us can learn from it, whether we're a private individual or we're putting up content online, na in the same way that you can't know someone else fully, other people can't know you fully then. So let's not be quick to judge others, but also mamili din tayo ng pakikinggan when they're the ones judging us. Kasi, I mean, my family knows me, my friends know me, the team knows me, lalo na yung mga kasama ko grinding it since 5 years ago. Pero yung mga people ngayon on social media who are throwing rocks and they would say na, oh, you're doing this for clout, or you're doing this kasi gusto mo sumikat or yumaman. Like, why should I give them the power to tell me who I am when in fact bagong-bago lang sila at hindi nila talaga ako kilala. When it's the ones who know me, who know that, again, kasi 5 years ko na itong ginagawa without any recognition, support, or funding. Maybe I could say that with confidence na if I started doing this for clout, attention, fame, or fortune, matagal na ako huminto. Kasi matagal ko siyang ginagawa nang wala nung any of those. Yeah. So yun lang siguro. Like, think about that when you're volunteering, doing good work. You can't expect that everyone will understand. But what matters is you believe in your cause and that you have good people around you.
Wow, that was powerful one, no? I think that could be applied also to, general things. Why would you keep on acknowledging these negative people na hindi naman talaga kilala ikaw personally, right? And as long as alam mo kung ano yung fina-fight mo, the cause of the things that you're doing. Alright, maraming salamat, Coach, to that. And for our last personal question, no? Sa dami mo ng ganap sa ngayon, what keeps you motivated to still do it pa? And you mentioned kanina na we are slowly seeing that a lot of creators online are now seeing the importance of, creating educational content online. I mean, madami na nga. So, yeah, what makes you keep going and doing what you're doing?
I guess babalik tayo dun sa purpose when I started, or my self-talk when I started, which is if I create a piece of content and one person, kahit isang person out there in the world na matutulungan niya, then sulit na siya. And yun yung war cry ko ever since. And that's what keeps me going, kahit na maraming challenges. But the other na bagong goal here is that, kasi kung ay sabihin natin, medyo palapit na kami dun sa goal to build yung library when it comes to math video lessons. Sa English, medyo marami pang room to grow. Of course, may mga ibang subjects pa. I think I won't stop until masasabi na natin na kahit papaano meron ng enough, at least, for the ALS learners to pass the ALS so they can go back to college, and then for OPCAT exams and other major exams. And then maybe then after that, I could take a hiatus muna and work on myself then. Kasi ang dami ko pang gustong aralin in life. So yun lang, na laging parang we're chasing a moving target. There's always a need, and until that need is fulfilled, I have to keep going.
Yes, laban lang with life, Coach, no? Yeah, and as usual, ang dami ko din natutunan personally, and I still feel the same kaba the first time that I spoke with you. Pero yeah, it's always fun to talk to you, Coach Lyqa. I mean, I'm sure madami natututunan yung mga followers mo din online. And yeah, why don't you invite them to check your social media accounts and the things that you're doing online?
Okay, so I'm all over the place. It's Lyqa. So you can find me on YouTube at Team Lyqa, TEAMLYQA, yung channel name. And I have a personal account. It's Lyqa Maravilla. I'm also on TikTok, same usernames, Team Lyqa and Lyqa Maravilla. On Kumu right now, and again, the show is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon on Kumu. And I have 2 podcasts. So for those of you naman who are preparing for job interviews, I know that a lot of people are looking for jobs and side gigs right now. You can find the Get Hired podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the major podcast platforms. And I have a new baby, which is in Trying Hard with Lyqa podcast. That's the one that, open heart surgery yun. So if you want to get to know like what happens behind the scenes and how all of this comes from just one individual trying really hard to make it in the world, you can give that a listen.
Ayan. Once again, maraming salamat, Coach Lyqa, for today. And we hope to see you pa and collaborate with you pa sa mga iba pang advokasya na ginagawa natin, lalong-lalo na online. Oh, that was a quick interview with the one and only Coach Lyqa.
Yes.
Wow, parang DJ. Ang daming pick up na kundo, no? Walang tapon with the conversation. The moment we asked her the reason why she's doing what she's doing, di ba? And yeah. At before we proceed with our talking points sa pag-usapan natin, batiin muna natin mga kabisig nating nakatutok sa atin this afternoon. Siti Murud Malang, Assalamualaikum. Minash Bint Ali Monib, kabisig natin to from Lanao. Excited din kami dito. Pamain na lang. Pamain. Sana all may nagmamain.
Kabisig na rin natin yung nanonood sa Zamboanga City. Nasa Zamboanga na pala sila ngayon. Ingat po kayo dyan.
Hi. At meron din tayo si kabisig na. Sino pa ba?
Meron po si Sir Norbin Tampal. Watching from Tupig, South Cotabato. Sir,
po, happy watching po. And of course, we also have Datu AJ Dalidig. Ito naman yung kabisig natin from Mindanao State University, Maguindanao. Maraming salamat for tuning in with us. Once again, mga kabisig, pwede nyo hong i-share yung mga personal na komento ninyo or mga tanong na nais nyong tanungin sa ating speaker and of course to us. And we would be very happy to give that sa inyo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nakakakilig yung interview with Coach Lyqa,
Dapat sa susunod ko na yung mag-i-interview sa kanya. Okay, now let's talk about creating educational content online. Alam mo yun, sabi ni Coach Lyqa, the good thing, isa lang sa good thing the good thing about this pandemic is dahil nga dito is na-realize ng maraming mga content creator online the need for an educational content.
Yes.
More educational content. Not with it's a prank or alam mo yun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this content but we need more meaningful content online. And kudos to Coach Lyqa at sa mga kasama niya for doing this.
This is actually a good opportunity rin sa mga kaibigan natin, mga kabisig natin na gusto maging YouTube creator. Diba? Nabigyan sila ng content. Why not ganito na lang ang gagawin ko, diba? Mas nakakatulong pa.
At educational content nga, diba? Ikaw ba, Junji, gaano ka ba kadalas magpunta ng, say for example, YouTube?
Sa YouTube talaga, hindi ako masyadong bumababa.
Sure, tira. Kanina nga nakita ko.
O baka it's a prank ang mga pinapanood.
It's a prank yung mga pinapanood mo.
Hindi naman ganun. Pero, yun nga, I usually use Facebook lang naman kasi. So,
Facebook,
Facebook, marami rin tayong mga creators.
Ito speaking of social media guys, according to survey, for I think pangatlong taon na, Philippines pa rin yung social media capital of the world. Diba? And ang pinakamadaming media, ang pinakamadaming SOCMED na gumagamit dito is Facebook. Pero sabi nila, nakita nila dito yung patuloy pa rin na pagdami ng gumagamit rin ng Instagram. So, although Facebook and Instagram, isa lang naman yung may-ari dyan. Pero yun, and we are very lucky that we have these mga tools na pwede natin gamitin in spreading meaningful content and, using it as a form of communication dahil napakalaki yung role niya ngayong merong pandemic, right? Diba? Ano ba yung kadalasan na challenges ngayong pandemic, Miti?
Yes, di ba na-mention mo kanina, social media is also helpful sa mga kabataan, but it also have, challenge na na-experience natin. Una na dyan siguro yung in terms of education, mas dumami din since nga internet siya, ang kailangan talaga natin is internet. May mga lugar sa Pilipinas, especially dito sa Bangsamoro region, na hindi na-access ng internet connectivity.
Like mahina yung connectivity. Sa inyo ba na lugar, Junji? Saan ka nga galing?
Okay, so sa amin, sa Esperanza. Sultan Kudarat, yun nga, napakalaking challenge ito para sa mga estudyante natin. Kasi nga, unlike before, yun nga, pupunta ka, papasok sa school araw-araw. But now, nangyayari is ganito nga, online class or modular, and the biggest problem pa rin is yung internet connection, and yun nga, hindi lahat is merong access sa mga kailangan nila.
Limited resources lang din yung meron tayo. Like, for example, a lot of families in the Bangsamoro region are just earning enough, for them to sustain yung pang-araw-araw nilang pangkabuhayan, and wala na rin silang enough funds to bilhin yung mga ganito-ganyan na kailangan gamitin. And anyway, isa lamang ito sa learning modalities na mayroon tayo ngayon dito sa Philippines. Dahil may mga iba't iba tayong learning modalities naman, at may mga options naman yung mga kabisig natin sa schools kung anong klaseng learning modalities yung pwede sa kanilang mga student. But now, later in this conversation, we're gonna be digging deeper pa to understand the challenges na face ng mga kabisig nating Bangsamoro dito sa atin, the education in the context of COVID-19 pandemic. Alright, but before that, we're gonna be hearing updates from our UP correspondents. Marami ito sila, and for the first time, maglalabas sila ng update nila. KaBisig na MIPI, right?
Yes, so we're very much excited na ipakita sa inyo ang mga updates sa ating mga UP correspondents.
Yes, KaBisig na Junji.
Yan, and maririnig natin ang mga iba't ibang updates mula sa ating mga UP correspondents or UP correspondents.
So yung UP, parang may UP correspondents. Ating mga UP correspondents. KaBisig na MIPI.
Yes, at narito na ang update mula sa kay Yazid Ismael mula Western Mindanao State University, Zamboanga City.
Hi, Yazid Ismael, student representative from Western Mindanao State University. Western Mindanao State University is composed of different campuses, the main campus, and of course the 14 campuses from the External Studies Unit. The WIMSO community comprised of different students from different provinces: Tawi-Tawi, Basilan, Sulu, Zamboanga del Sur, and Zamboanga del Norte. In this report, I would like to emphasize 3 challenges that the WIMSO community is facing. Number 1, the new normal learning system. Most of the students need resources such as mobile phones or gadgets and internet connections and etc. to continue to deal with the new normal learning system. Number 2, challenges on the part of the faculty members. Some, if not all, of the faculty members are not well versed in technology. Number 3, anxiety level on both parties in fulfilling the responsibility as a faculty member and as a student. One of the best initiative of Western Mindanao State University administration is the creation of Data Protection and IT Security Office headed by Sir Leyrand Christian Altea Ochotorena. One of the purpose of this office is to preserve the anonymity of the students and of the faculty if and when they are going to raise a concern of one another. The WIMSO administration, headed by President Maria Carla Altea Ochotorena, directed all of the deans to promote maximum leniency towards the students. Let us hear the current status of the students from our very own University Student Council President and at the same time Student Regent, Honorable Damhar K. Pahalawan.
Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am Damhar K. Pahalawan, the University Student Council President and Student Regent of Western Mindanao State University. First of all, I would like to thank the Moropreneur for initiating this kind of program and for empowering and for keeping our youth to be empowered. Our current situation here in Western Mindanao State University, the administration gave the instruction to all the faculty members, deans, faculty members of our university to give a maximum leniency as per order of the Commission on Higher Education to all our students. And so far, our students right now, we all know that we are still under the pandemic, but however, we were able to manage it, we were able to deal with it. We are making and taking some steps to be able to have a really good new normal learning system. So I think that's one of our priority agenda, our priority responsibility being the University Student Council is to really to comply with the CHED memorandum orders and advisories. So, yeah. And then, meron din po mga programa ang ating University Student Council na kung saan kumakalap po tayo ng mga concern ng mga student para po ating ipahayag, iakyat po sa ating sa mga kinakaukulan po ng ating pamantasan. So, yun po muna ang ating sitwasyon, and so far so good naman siguro. Not all, but some nakaka-cope up naman sa mga college, sa mga lessons and everything. So that would be all, and again, thank you very much, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
In times of hardship and concerns, it is necessary for us to promote peace, unity, harmony, and diversity in order for us to meet the common goal, and that is to succeed. Yazid Ismael, UP correspondent from Western Mindanao State University. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Ayan, mula naman sa Basilan State University, narito ang kabisig natin na si Norhana Usamad.
Patuloy pa rin ang pagdami ng COVID cases sa buong mundo at tinatayang mahigit 433,000 ang total cases sa ating bansa. Gayunpaman, haharapin natin ang new normal na may kahabagan, sensibilidad at pagiging makabayan. Sikap ng kawani ng edukasyon na sa gitna ng ating pandemyang hinaharap ay patuloy pa rin ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan sa paraan na hindi magiging pasanin sa mga magulang, anak at mga guro, ngunit isang pag-asa sa gitna ng crisis na ito.
Ano nga ba yung mga initiative ng school amidst pandemic ngayong taon?
Okay, we all know that pandemic is not just affecting a certain country in the world, but it affects everyone in the world. So, as an institution, Basilan State College has initiated steps and steps such as the establishment of the Basilan State College Task Force COVID-19. This is an initiative from our college president through the issuance of the Memorandum number 16 series of 2020. This task force is tasked to create necessary protocols or guidelines in preventing, mitigating the spread of the virus. Another initiative of the school is they also distributed face shield, face mask, and alcohols to not just the office, but likewise to our partner communities, stakeholders, and the likes. Another initiative of the school is the food packs, wherein these are distributed to our students who are stuck because there were areas in our communities that were locked down and prevented them to go back to their homes. So Basilan State College has initiated to have food packs to distribute it to our students who are situated in far-flung areas and cannot go home to their respective communities. Also extended help to, in particular, in Campurna, where, as we all know, has been affected by the fire incident. We extended help to 100 families. Basilan State College Task Force is being assisted by the Supreme Student Council in the project during the distribution of the food packs to Campurna fire victims. The Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics initiated a distribution of veggie burgers to our frontliners. And of course, Basilan State College also distributed infographics to the community in order for the community to be aware of proper hygiene and how to prevent and of course mitigate the spread of the COVID-19 virus in, of course, the society. This is just one of the so many steps and initiatives of the school during the period of pandemic.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Shir, for your time. That was very informative. We're looking forward to ending this pandemic with warmth in our heart.
It was my pleasure because together we can do more.
Ang BSU ay isa sa mga institusyon na kabilang sa mga nagbibigay ng kalidad na edukasyon sa gitna ng pandemyang ito. Unang-una, sinisigurado ng ating mga guro na ang mga estudyante ay sumusunod sa rules and regulations ng universidad. Makikita sa labas ng gate na may social distancing, lahat ng papasok ay dapat magsuot ng face mask. At makikita sa labas ng gate na may hand washing sink para sa mga estudyante na papasok sa loob ng campus. Bago rin pumasok sa loob, kailangan ma-check ang temperature at magsulat ng pangalan sa logbook. Lagi nating tatandaan na maghugas ng kamay at gumamit ng face mask kapag lumalabas ng bahay. Ako po si Norhana Osamal, UP correspondent mula sa Basilan State University. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Panoorin natin ang update mula Mindanao State University, Marawi, Nurbani, Macaraya.
Ngayon po ay ating tatalakayin ang mga struggles and challenges na nafe-face ng ating mga students ngayong new normal. We will be knowing kung ano ba ang kanilang mga adjustments na ginawa in order to achieve and maintain the quality education needed sa isang university.
Napilitan din ang lahat, especially the oldies or even among the millennials na talagang mag-cope up. So ang ginawa namin is nag-attend kami ng capability training sa CIT kasi ang university nag-mandate ang MSU administration na every department kailangan mag-attend ng capability training na conducted by the College of Information Technology. And in addition, talagang struggle siya kasi mahina ang internet connection, and then what if ang napagkasunduan ng mga between the student and the teacher ay synchronous na modality. So talagang online, live talaga yung discussion. So paputol-putol. So that's really a struggle. Kung sometimes sa teacher na part, malakas ang internet, pero sa kabilang banda naman, on the other hand, ang estudyante mahina ang internet. Or malakas ang internet, mabilis ang internet ng estudyante kasi nasa city siya. For example, nasa Davao siya, or nasa Iligan, or nasa Cagayan. Pero ang teacher naman ang mahina ang internet. Kasi dito talaga sa campus, unstable talaga ang internet connection. So I hope isa din ito sa makita ng MSU administration na bigyang pansin.
I'm not really that outgoing, but then I like chilling with my friends, hanging out. And it's like very hard for me to like lose the physical connection I have with the outside world, with my friends, because it's like a factor for me as a student to like learn more in different aspects. So like that's one of my restraints as a student. Really big contributing factor in my learning as well. Kasi I need people to surround me. Kasi as like the saying goes, no man is an island. I know that there are struggles in their behalf too. And then there are struggles in our behalf too. And sometimes I think we have to like meet halfway to compromise, and then maybe in like being lenient with deadlines and all that. If ever we will be considering face-to-face classes, hindi lang sana yung matututunan natin yung i-consider. Sana isipin din yung kaligtasan natin.
Ayun po mga KaBisig, at nalaman natin ang mga problemang fini-face ng MSU Marawi in academe. Unang problema po ay ang poor internet connection. We can say that online class is not really effective in our province. There are students who are traveling from one municipality to another para lang po maka-access ng great internet connection. And it defeats the very purpose of online class to stay at home. Pangalawang problema po mga KaBisig is the quality education in online class is not fully attained. As one of our respondents said that online class nowadays is only for compliance and not for learning. But at the end of the day, nalaman po natin na hindi lang po ang mga estudyante ang nahihirapan, kundi ang ating mga faculty din po. While ang students ay tambak po sila sa mga requirements, ang mga faculty din po natin are exerting more effort to prepare the best material for their students to learn properly, especially ngayong new normal po. Ako po si Norbani Benjamin C. Macaraya, ang app correspondent mula sa MSU Marawi. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bangsa.
Mula naman sa Mindanao State University, Maguindanao, narito na si Kuya Suwaidi Ibrahim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mga KaBisig, hindi lingid sa ating kaalaman ang pagpapatuloy ng klase sa panahon ng pandemya. Maraming nahihirapan at sinusubukan ang kanilang kakayanan upang makasabay sa blended learning. Ating tunghayan kung ano-ano nga ba ang mga naging coping mechanisms ng isa sa mag-aaral ng Mindanao State University, Maguindanao, nito pagpapatuloy ng klase sa panahon ng pandemya.
As the COVID-19 started, sobrang daming bagay ang nagbago sa environment. And lalong-lalo na sa pamumuhay ng bawat tao. And one of the most affected individuals are the students and as well as the teachers, wherein kinailangan naming mag-adjust sa new normal mode of learning or ang tinatawag nating online learning, na kung saan mayroong mga problema sa internet connection, gadgets, and as well as sa pag-acquire ng knowledge. Kasi nga, kapag may problema ka sa gadget and internet connection, kahit isa lang doon sa dalawa yung wala ka, hindi ka magkakaroon ng chance or mahihirapan kang i-acquire yung knowledge na dapat mong matutunan through attending online classes. And based on my experience, I am sharing my cell phone with my two cousins, wherein kapag may klase ako yung gumagamit ng phone, and then kapag may klase sila, pinapahiram ko sa kanila yung phone, which is sobrang complicated kasi may mga times na yung klase ko sabay sa klase nila, pero by doing time management, sobrang time management yung ginagawa namin kasi may day na ako yung gagamit tapos the next day sila naman yung gagamit, so that nagkakaroon kami ng give and take process para lang ma-attain namin yung needs ng bawat isa. And also for us to cope up with the new normal mode of learning. Kasi kapag hindi kami nagtulungan, walang mangyayaring progress sa pag-aaral namin. Knowing that online classes is the only way for us to conduct classes, and wala kaming choice kundi mag-adjust sa bagong pamamaraan ng pag-aaral. And as the time goes by, natutunan naming intindihin yung situation natin as of today, and puro na lang that mahirap man, pero kahit papaano nakakasabay naman kami sa new normal mode of learning. In every situation, we should learn to adjust and cope up with the difficulties that are causing us some struggles, so that we should be able to overcome such.
Sa kasalukuyang kalagayan ng mga mag-aaral at mga guro, bukod sa blended learning ay mayroong mga suliraning kanilang kinakaharap. Nahihirapan ngunit nagtutulungan upang walang mag-aaral na mapag-iiwanan at lahat ay makakasabay sa blended learning. Ako si Suwaidi A. Ibrahim, UP correspondent mula Mindanao State University, Maguindanao. Kapit Bisig, boses ng kabataan para sa bansa.
There you have it, mga KaBisig. Maraming salamat sa ating mga app correspondents for sending your updates sa kanilang mga komunidad at universidad. Ayan. So we were able to hear a lot of things, right?
Yes, problems, challenges, and yung mga gusto nilang mangyari, no?
Yeah.
So, yun nga, pinag-uusapan niya natin dito yung mga challenges, and kasi nga bago sa atin itong sitwasyon na to, so kailangan talaga ng napakalaking adjustments para lang mapatuloy or magtuloy-tuloy yung edukasyon kahit sa ganitong sitwasyon.
Yes. Relatable lahat ng mga sinabi nila, from the problem ng Zambo up to, Maguindanao. A lot of these problems may kinalaman sa big adjustment ng mga, hindi lamang yung mga estudyante, but even the parents and the faculty, yung mga guro nga. Meron dito nag-share kanina na yung isa lang yung phone niya, tapos naghihirapan lang sila ng mga pisa niya just to attend their class, right?
Yeah, so there will be a tendency na paano kung magkasabay nga yung klase nila. So, di ba?
Yeah. And alam mo ba, sa konteksto mismo ng BARM, di ba, mayroong 860,000 na mga estudyante yung really affected ng COVID-19. So, in a sense, affected na, hindi na, wala kasing face-to-face, right? So, minsan, yung modalities yung karamihan, learning modalities yung karamihan sa atin dito is yung mga modules na sinasagutan ng parents. At ang hirap nung kasi ang dami pa rin nating stories na naririnig na aside sa merong budget na binigay dyan sa schools, kinukulang pa rin talaga, right? And yung mga parents, imbes na ituruan pa rin yung kanilang mga anak, nagtatrabaho na lang sila to earn. And as well as may mga parents na hindi naman nakakapagbasa. So, paano nila matuturuan yung parents? So, base dun sa mga guro na nakausap natin is they ask yung mga kapitbahay na marunong to also turuan na lang yung mga... Pero, ano mo yun? Like,
they have their own priorities in life din naman talaga.
So, hindi siya ganun ka...
Yeah. You know what, according sa World Bank's Learning Poverty Indicator, yung 100% or 0% rather of children na hindi nakapagbasa or hindi marunong magbasa at umintindi at the age of 10, nag-stood at 53% simula nung nagkaroon ng outbreak ng COVID-19. So, sobrang...
Ang laking number niyan.
Sobrang, half, kalahati
Ano yung research na nagawa niyan? The World Bank?
The World Bank's.
Interesting. And and buti na lang talaga merong katulong yung gobyerno natin in trying to put solutions dito sa mga adjustment na nangyari sa atin brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. There are some organizations like the Pathways, to Save the Children, and marami pang ibang organization na they're working together, na para matulungan yung gobyerno natin in giving this. And, most importantly, we have to remember, sabi nga ni Coach Lyqa, that learning and education is done collaboratively. Kinakailangan ng partisipasyon ng bawat isa. Because again, lahat tayo affected dito sa problema natin. Yan. Ano pa ba, KaBisig na MIPI? Sa tingin mo ba, by 2021, pag nagbalik na yung back to school na, magkakaroon na ng face-to-face?
Well, hopefully, pero siguro wag muna nating biglain masyado hanggang may mga numbers pa rin or tumataas pa rin yung mga numbers ng COVID-19 cases natin. Sana, di ba, wag muna siguro. Pero hopefully, para naman maibalik natin yung dating normal na buhay ng mga estudyante natin.
Back to new normal ba? Oo. Sa inyo ba, KaBisig na Junji, paano ba yung, na-mention mo kanina yung setup nung sa schooling nyo sa inyo, no? Pero what do you think pa? Sa tingin mo ba 2021, magba-back to, kahit pa paano, back to normal?
Back to normal. Yung sinasabi nilang face-to-face na,
sa
no?
tingin nyo? Sa inyo?
Sa tingin ko sa amin, okay naman siguro na syempre, idedepende pa rin natin yan sa sitwasyon kung patuloy ba na tumataas or patuloy na gumaganda yung kaso ng COVID-19 sa ating lugar. And syempre, ang mga estudyante ngayon excited sila na bumalik na sa school para syempre mag-aral.
Nawawala kasi yung yung tinatawag natin human connection, which is that's also part of learning, ang hindi lahat nag-working online. For example, sa amin sa grad school, we do our online class sa Google Meet. Although personal experience ko, I'm sharing my personal experience with an online class. Nakikinig ako. It just, the process does not work sa akin. Alam mo yun? Like, parang hindi nagsisinkin lahat ng mga sinasabi ng professor. Kasi sadyang hindi lang talaga ako ganun. But wala na tayong choice. We really have parang just go with it. Diba? Kasi wala na rin talaga tayong choice. The government of BARM and the Philippines as a whole, maraming ginagawang mga materials, distribute na materials para sa mga bata. And meron ako nabasa kanina na sinasabi dito, if ever daw na meron ng vaccine, magpapasok sa school yung mga students, marami pa ring adjustments yung kinakailangan ng school. Is it kailangan pa ba naka-face mask, for example? Or is it kailangan pa rin ma-practice yung social distancing, for example? Kasi doesn't mean na pag may vaccine na is okay na talaga tayo, right? Oo. And that is why maraming mga schools dito sa Philippines, no, ang nagdi-distribute ng mga informational materials in a form of flyers, videos, billboards, ang laki naman nito, pero social media, radio, and TV. And these materials are developed in two different mga vernacular languages ng mga communities natin. Right, Junji?
Tama.
Meron din tayong mga school dito sa Cotabato na open or may mga face-to-face pa rin sila, especially yung mga medical students natin.
Ay, oo. Kasi paano yung kung mag-opera sila via Zoom?
Yeah. Di ba? May mga laboratories kasi sila, so they really have to do the face-to-face process.
It's a big adjustment for everyone. Okay, KaBisig na Mipi, that was a long talk we had.
Yeah.
But before we proceed with our panalong may alam, dininitan ng mga KaBisig natin to. Oo. Nice natin pasalamatan ang The Asia Foundation kasama ng USAID sa pagtitiwala for partnering and supporting with us para dito sa Kapit Bisig. Without them, wala ho tayong programang katulad nito ng Kapit Bisig. And speaking of program, meron ho tayong survey, di ba? Ilalagay ho natin yan dito sa live na ito. I-comment natin, I think, later para ma-access ho ng mga kabisig natin na nanonood. Sasagutan lamang ho ninyo yung survey at pag napili ho kayo, makatanggap ho kayo ng mga Kapit Bisig merchandises natin na nasa harapan natin ngayon, Junji. Here.
Is this the survey ba na katulad nung season 1 natin?
Yes, it's really the same na survey. Pero more ko dito, parang feel ko mas easier.
Yeah, mas
Mas
easier.
easier. And here,
They will be
face
winning, I
mask.
guess, 500 pesos worth of load. Tama ba?
Tote bag? Oo. Wait lang, nawawala yung baso natin. We have a mug, pero bakit
Yeah,
wala
we
dito
have.
yung mug? Sino
We have
ang
a mug.
kumain? Box. Ilabas mo yung mug.
Yeah, but of course, meron tayong mug. Ayan, face mask, we have bag, cap, and yung mug natin.
Yes. At kung gusto nyo mapasay nyo yan, sagutan nyo ho yung survey natin. Sobrang easy. Pwede nyo sagutan yung Tagalog, Maguindanao, or kahit anong lingwahe meron kayo. Basta mas naiintindihan natin. Now, here it comes. Ang panalong may alam natin para sa ating unang katanungan. Baka pwede natin i-flash yan. Oo. Ano ang kapit pulot mo sa episode natin today? So, tinatanong to sa mga kabisig natin, ano yung learnings nila? Mamaya, papakinggan nila yung kapit pulot natin. Junji, ano yung dapat nilang gawin?
Ayan, ang dapat nilang gawin, Junji, ay i-share ang live na ito, i-like ang ating page, and of course, mag-comment sa ating comment box section para sa inyong mga kasagutan. Or, there's another option, tumawag sa 0936-7815-654. Again, i-share ang live na ito sa inyong
share
timeline.
nyo lamang, mga kabisig.
at
At then,
i-comment.
bago tayo mag-proceed sa ating second question, nais natin batiin yung mga kabisig nating nanunood mula General Salipada K. Pendauton, si Jude Kusain, meron din tayo from Paglat, si Jasmine Abdul Palisaman, meron din nanunood mula Sultan Kudarat, hindi ko alam kung province ba to or municipality.
I think sa Sultan Kudarat province yan.
Province. Sino ba to? Si Lacey Johu.
Hello from Sultan Kudarat.
Hello po. At ito si Norben Tampal, kasama ata siya doon kanina sa Mindanao na video na doon. Maraming salamat for watching Kapit Bisig. For our second question, kabisig na Junji, ano ba to?
Alright, so para sa question natin today, para sa panalo ang may alam, okay, ready na ba kayo mga kabisig para sa tanong? Siguro nababasa nyo na eh.
Oo nga.
So, para sa tanong natin, simple lang. Sinong online content creator ang nakasama natin sa Kapit Bisig
Si Coach
episode
Bambo
2?
siguro.
Sino kaya? Sige nga,
Si
malalaman natin kung talagang nanood at nakinig sila.
Yes. At nice natin batiin ang kabisig natin na si Junaid Hussein watching from Sultan Mastura. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Ayan mga kabisig, yan na po yung katanungan natin. Dalawa ho yan.
Yes.
Una, ano yung natutunan ninyo sa ating pinag-usapan today? Yung mga haka-haka ninyo, opinion nyo on the topic, mga napulot ninyo na aral mula sa Coach Lyqa. At ang pangalawang tanong, sino yung content creator na nakasama natin dito? Nagtataka ako bakit hindi pa rin nakabalik yung camera sa atin para tayong podcast dito. Ayan ang mga kabisig. Sasagutan nyo lamang ho yung tanong. You can put that sa comment box natin. At nanonood din si Tohami Gumander mula Digos City. Ito, every week palipat-lipat to ng lugar. Pero maraming salamat sa panonood, Kuya Tom.
Ayan. So, sino nga ba yung ating online content creator na nakasama kanina? Is it Coach Bambo?
Sarah kaya?
Coach Bambo.
The Voice?
Kaya?
The Voice
Sino
pala.
kaya? Ayan, hintayin natin mamaya.
Hintay lang natin mga kabisig. Ang haba natin, sumobra tayo ng 1 oras ngayon dahil ang dami natin pinag-usapan. Diba? Pero I'm really happy na nakapagpadala nga nung kanilang mga updates yung mga kabisig natin from different universities kasi napaka-importante ng role nila.
Yes.
And ito sila, hindi lamang sila basta-basta parte ng student council sa kanilang universidad, but these are also youth that are doing something for their community in any forms of, engagements, initiatives, projects. So yun, so maraming salamat.
At hindi lang sila yung mga out correspondents natin. Meron pa tayong mga kasamang out correspondents from different places. Ayan.
7 ata yan sila,
Pito
no?
sila. Yung in-introduce natin is 7. So,
yes.
We're looking forward sa nating. Ayan,
mukhang baka magti-text lang to or itatawag lang sa atin yung mga nanonood, no? Yes, mag-proceed na lang tayo kabisig na Mipi. What is your kapit pulot of the day mo?
What is my kapit pulot of the day? Ngayong araw ay naiintindihan ko yung kahalagaan ng education, and I would say na education is a collaborative among government, parents, the teachers, the institution, and the student itself. It's because we really need, or importante yung magkaroon ng open feedback, 'di ba? Kasi doon natin masusolusyonan yung mga problema nila.
That's a good one. You mentioned about collaboration, being open for feedback, and those two things kinakailangan mag-work together. But walang collaboration without feedbacks, right?
Si Junji kaya, ano kayang pulot of the day?
Inago niya.
Parang inaabangan mo talaga, Mims, So,
wow.
Right, so anyway, gusto ko lang sabihin na bago ako magpatuloy sa aking pulot of the day, gusto ko lang sabihin na proud ako sa mga kasama natin sa iba't ibang university dito sa Bangsamoro region, and also sa mga faculties, yung mga staffs nila. And dahil nga kahit na medyo mahirap, sobrang hirap ng sitwasyon natin, patuloy tayo na naglilingkod at nagtuturo para sa kabataan at para mapatuloy yung edukasyon. So, yung pulot ko naman, ano ba?
Ay,
siguro,
hindi pa pala siya nag-start.
Hindi pa yun yung pulot ko eh. Medyo mahaba.
May introduction pala to.
Sumusobra na tayo sa oras. But, so, yun nga. So, sa pulot of the day ko, siguro, kailangan na talaga nating sumunod, magkaroon ng disiplina. Kung gusto talaga natin na matuloy yung edukasyon, kasi hindi pwede na mahinto ang pag-aaral natin ng edukasyon. So, disiplina at cooperation.
Disiplina at cooperation. Wow, that's good. Yung sa Kimipi kanina, collaboration and being open for feedback. Ki Junji naman is disiplina at the same time cooperation. Wow, that was good from you guys, and halata nga talaga na nakinig kayo. Parang nag-klase lang tayo, online class lang tayo. Ayan, so wala pa naman sumasagot sa ngayon, pero babalikan natin yan mamaya dahil nag-overtime na nga tayo. Ito na, itatapon ko na yung Kapit Pulot of the Day.
What is it?
Sa dami na natutunan ko, wala na akong masabi. Pero yes, gusto lang natin i-remind sa mga kabisig natin na again, education pa rin talaga yung isa sa mga pwedeng maging solusyon. If we wanted for our children to have a brighter future, then they need to be educated. Not only educated, but be empowered at ma-apply nila sa kanilang komunidad yung kanilang mga natutunan. Sabi nga ni Coach Lyqa, education and learning is a collaborative process. So, hindi lang yung mga guro yung may trabaho in terms of education, but also the family, the students, the government sectors, the NGOs, CSOs, at mga iba't iba pang organization. Yun lamang, that was a long talk, no? And ang dami natin natutunan. And I'm very happy para sa ating susunod na episode, Monday. Ayan.
Yes. Para nga pala sa panalo ang may alam, pwede pa rin po kayong mag-comment sa ating live na to para next week, or siguro next week na lang natin
or baka maya babalikan natin yun. Again, mananalo kayo ng Kapit Bisig merchandises. Meron ho tayong kalo na may face shield, meron tayong tote bag, meron tayong face mask, at the same time, meron din ho tayong Kapit Bisig mag. Simple lang ho yung kailangan nyong gawin. Sagutan yung munang katanungan, ano ho yung natutunan ninyo sa episode natin ngayong araw. At the same time, sino yung content creator na nakasama natin today.
Yes. So once again, I am Mipi Asim, ang inyong kabisig.
Yan. At ako naman ang inyong kabisig, Junji Paras.
Muli sa susunod na Lunes, alas 4 ng hapon dito sa The Moropreneur Incorporated page. Ako si Joe Salik, Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bangsa.